Hello, all, and welcome back to Go with the Flow Yoga with Anissa. Today, we are going to do Sun Salutation B, which is a lot longer than Sun Salutation A. It's a little bit more strenuous, but it feels really good on the body, and it's kind of like a full body flow. So, kicking it back to the basics, you can follow me to your mat. No props needed today, just a comfortable fit. All right, standing at the top of our mats, arriving in mountain. We're gonna bring our hands to rest by our sides here. Stepping the feet flush together just to really zip up from the arches. Inhaling through the nose and out of the mouth. One more time. On an inhale, bringing our thumbs to the hip creases, we are going to sink the hips back and down. Sweeping the arms up to be parallel with our ears here. We meet in chair. Inhaling here, exhaling as we fold into a standing forward fold. Widening your stance if you need to. Taking a moment here to just breathe. Hinging forward with your hips to get a nice fold. On an inhale, bringing our backs straight into a half lift. Exhaling to plant our hands on the mat here, stepping the feet back into plank. Holding here for 2 deep breaths. Exhaling to lower our knees, our chest, and then our chin. On an exhale, lowering to the tops of our feet. Inhaling to bring us into Cobra. Exhaling to curl the toes under, bringing the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Lowering down on the heels here or staying on your tippy toes if that's comfortable. Pedaling out through our knees. All right, on an inhale, we bring the left leg up and in. Bringing the foot to drop in front of us. Using our hand to guide it up. As we're in a low lunge here, we are going to pivot on our back right foot. Slowly sweeping our arms up to meet in Warrior One. And you can bring the palms to touch here, or you can leave the hands wide. Exhaling to bring our hands back down to the mat. Bringing our left foot to meet our right foot in plank. We hold here for 2 deep breaths. Exhaling to lower our knees, chest, and then chin. Exhaling, lowering on the tops of our feet here. Inhaling to bring ourselves into Cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes under, taking the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedaling it out here, catching our breath. Taking a moment to be still and let our heels touch the mat. All right, on your next inhale, let's bring the right leg up and in. Dropping that foot wherever it lands. Using our hand to guide it up in the center of our mat. While in low lunge, pivoting the back left foot this time. On an inhale, bringing ourselves all the way up into warrior one on the right side now. Palms touching or hands apart here. Whatever's more comfortable to you. Taking a big inhale. Exhaling to bring the hands all the way back down to the mat. Sweeping that right foot to meet the left foot in plank. We hold here for 2 deep breaths. Exhaling to slowly lower the knees, the chest, and then the chin. Exhaling to lay on the tops of our feet. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling all the way into downward facing dog. Arriving in downward facing dog, we are going to slowly step the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhaling to bring ourselves to a half lift. Exhaling into a forward fold. On our next inhale, we are slowly going to roll up, bringing our thumbs to our hip creases to sink the hips down. Sweeping the arms up to meet a chair. We inhale here. Big exhale, one more deep breath. Exhaling to straighten the knees, arriving back in mountain. Taking a moment here just to pedal out through the knees, curling the toes under. Maybe taking a sip of water if you need to. All right, starting from the top, we're gonna do one more round. Beginning in mountain, inhaling in the nose, holding at the top of that breath, and exhaling out of the mouth. Bringing our thumbs to meet our hip creases. Feet flush together, or you can have them a little bit apart. Sinking the hips down and back. We sweep the arms up here, gazing forward. We're here for 1, 2. Our last exhale, folding into a forward fold here. Inhaling to bring yourself into a half lift. Resting the hands on your shins here or on the tops of your thighs. Bringing our hands to firmly touch the mat, we are going to step back into plank. Holding here for 2 deep breaths. Exhaling to bring the knees to the mat, the chest, and then the chin. Exhaling, laying on the tops of our feet. We raise the heart up to meet in cobra. Exhaling, sending the hips back, curling the toes under, lifting ourselves up into downward facing dog. Taking a moment here, pedaling everything out. Generously bending the knees. Now bringing the heels to be heavy. Bringing the left knee up and into the chest, dropping that foot wherever it lands. We pivot on the back right foot. Inhaling, bringing ourselves up into warrior one. Gazing up to the sky. Exhaling to bring it all back down. Taking that left foot back into plank. We hold here for 1, 2, 3. Lowering the knees slowly with control. The chest and then the chin. Exhaling to lower onto the tops of our feet. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes under, sending the hips back and up into downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to let the head be as heavy as the heels. On our next inhale, bringing the right leg up and in. Dropping that foot wherever it lands. Using your hand to guide it up. Pivoting on your back left foot here. On an inhale, bringing the arms up, parallel with the ears, meeting in warrior one. Taking our gaze up to the sky, maybe grinning a little bit. Exhaling to bring it all down to the mat. Planting the hands firmly. Stepping the right foot back into plank. We hold. Exhaling, bringing our knees to meet the mat. Chest and then the chin. Exhaling onto the tops of our feet to rise up into cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes under, sending the hips back and up into downward facing dog. Arriving in downward facing dog, taking a big deep breath. Inhaling to bend our knees, looking forward. We are going to hop all the way up to the front of the mat, or wherever you land in that hop is okay. Meeting ourselves in a forward fold. Inhaling to half lift. Exhaling back down into that forward fold. Inhaling to keep the knees bent here, sinking the hips down, checking our hip creases with our thumbs here to make sure we are in the right posture. Sweeping the arms up, meeting in our last chair. We are going to hold for 3 deep breaths. On our last exhale, bringing the arms back down to our sides to meet in mountain. Arriving mountain, closing our eyes or just softening your gaze. Slightly tucking the chin into the neck. Circle sweeping the hands up to the sky. Bringing the palms to meet. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye. We whisper namaste. Slowly releasing our fingertips to heart center. We are just gonna run our fingertips across our collarbones here. Slowly letting the hands just drop to the sides. And that is where the practice ends today. Thank you for flowing with me. Until next time.